Good afternoon, everyone. This is Xavier from Two Guys Rolling. Just here to give a few words of encouragement for those who find themselves struggling to find the strength, energy to just do anything. Um, you see, times like this, well, at least in the current day of age, motivation is commonly talked about among like various creators, various people out there. There's several videos out there that will work to give you motivation. But not many of them talk about the motives behind the motivation. The motives behind the motivation. The motives that align with the purpose. You know, what you need to do. Not only what you need to do, but what you need to have in line and what you need to keep in mind. Let's start off with strong motives, strong objectives. Strong motives create strong people. Your motives will determine just how much effort you put into anything. Let's use working out for an example. Man, I work out. I'm trying to work out every single day, but my reason to work out is I want to get more females. That's not a strong motive. Because at the end of the day, yeah, you might achieve that in physique, but still not be any better off as an individual as you were before you started working. Now, when we look for a good example for a strong motive for working out, that would be like, I want to be stronger for myself. I want to be more capable for the people around me and myself. That's a strong motive. That's a strong motive. That's a strong motive. And keeping that in mind every single day, that this is what you're working towards every single day. You wake up and think about it, you'd be like, oh, if I don't do this, I don't do this workout, I'm only put myself behind on this goal I'm trying to achieve. Keeping that in mind will keep you pushing forward. Life, the why you do stuff in life is way more important than the what you do in life. That's why I try and encourage people every time to just look at why you're doing the things you're doing. Why are you going to school? Why are you talking to certain people? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? Knowing why you're doing something, that can be an additional motivator. And honestly, it can be all the motivation you really ever need for certain things. Yeah, just knowing why, super helpful. Because it gives you a reason to keep working towards that one thing. It gives you a reason to not stop, to not forget what you need to do. That's why we should know why. Now, next, I want to add, this is my number 2 statement. Strong people depend on others. This means not having a high ego at all. Not having a high ego, not thinking you're above retrieving assistance. Recognizing you need help. Super important. We try and walk the way of life thinking that we can do everything on our own. When in reality, we only slowing ourselves down. When it could be moving a little bit quicker if you had other bodies at our sides to help propel us forward. Let me make this analogy real quick. So, let's say you got water flowing and you got several rocks blocking up this pathway. You're trying to clear this pathway. Well, of course, if you do it by yourself, it's going to take a little bit longer. But if you have help, You could get to that goal as soon as ever, and it be done way quicker. Work could be done a lot quicker. Another example would be working in a lab. I was talking with one of my lab associates and my supervisor, Evan, and he was talking about his work and how a lot of it he ended up having to do on his own during the course of the break. Because not many people are at the lab. And him having to do all of this himself prolongs the process. But when you break it up into bits, you break it up into segments and then you dish it out, it can get done a lot quicker, a lot more efficiently. But that also comes to it having people you trust to do those activities. That's why you surround yourself with people you trust. All right, number 3. Now I want to attack strong people, discipline their desires. This is something I have had a problem with. But disciplining your desires, disciplining your cravings, super important. So you're not overextending outside of your means. So you're not overspending outside of your means. If you really want something, put it off for like a month or two until you really do have the spare change for it. Keep in mind those goals that you have. Keep in mind the motives for those goals, and let that be the reason why you don't indulge into said desires. Number 4 thing I want to attack is strong people trust the spirit. They trust the spirit, Trust God's spirit. You won't get by, not trusting the spirit, not trusting God's spirit. You won't get by. As simple as that, you won't get by. But if you do trust God's spirit, you'll have faith in everything you do. You'll have faith in everything you do. And everything will start to align a lot more seamlessly than you might have hoped for. Everything's already set out for you. You just need to take action. And when you do take action, keep those motives in mind and stay your own path. Try not to deviate. Try not to indulge. Stay on that straight path. You'll be exactly where you might have hoped, might even in a better position. Because it also comes with trust. Like I said, it comes with trust. Trust that the path you're on is right for you. Talk to the spirit. It can make things clear that aren't clear to you. Trust me, I know. Because definitely there was instances in the past where I lost direction. I didn't know if I was making the right moves until I talked to the spirit and made everything clear, because it can see everything I can't see. It can see the future, it can see the beginning, it can see the end, it can see the present. Us being humans, we can't really see that far ahead in some instances. That's why we talk to the spirit, and that's why we trust the spirit. Lastly, never give up. Never give up at all. That's one thing I really prided myself on. Commitment is a really big thing to me. Me and my girlfriend can vouch for me on this. But yeah, never giving up. I bring up the Ross 250, the bike that started this channel with, as a good example of that. This bike I've been hell impact with. I done carved up my hands with this bike. I done changed the spark plug. I done did the oil changes. I done pulled the carburetor. I done swapped the carburetor. I done removed some fairings. I done changed up the electrical system. I done changed up a fuse. I done all of this. Changed up the relay. All this work with this bike. Not even really having it for that long. But while I did have it, it taught me something. It taught me humility, you know. I didn't have a push start. I didn't have a push start I could depend on like I do now. And I'm grateful for that. I didn't have a push start. So, in order to start the bike, I'd run with it, you know, and then kick it in the first gear, roll out the throttle a bit, hold it there, release off the clutch, and now we rolling. We rolling. We rolling. And then replace the battery, hoping that fixed the issue. Electric starter did work at some points, but still mostly a carburetor issue. But point is, I didn't really give up on the bike. You know, even though when it was having issues, I didn't mess around with the carburetor every day. I got home from school, I got home from lab. I tuned the carburetor, ride out that throttle, go down that hill, get the bike started, and ride around just to get some seat time because it's something I like doing. I didn't give up on the bike, even when it didn't start. You know, I get off from work, have one of the coworkers push my bike to help me get it started. It didn't start because it was raining. I walked my bike to my friend's house, sit it there overnight, let it dry, and then ride it back home. I didn't let it sit there at that workplace. I rode the bike. I rode the bike. I never gave up on the bike. Never gave up on the bike. The schooling that I'm in, I guess university, the fire department, I never gave up on achieving those things, you know? Some points where I'm like, damn, I want to drop out of college. You know, I want to give up on this dream. I want to stop going to lab. I want to stop reading. I want to stop learning. I just want to sit. And then you think about your motives. You start thinking about your why you're doing everything. That gave you energy. Right back. You're going to get straight. You're going to get back in line. You start doing the things you're supposed to be doing. It helps a lot. You know. And at the end of the day, real strength doesn't really come from us and us only. It comes from us, what's around us, and it comes from our hearts, our minds, and our soul working together as a collective but not separate. Your mind shouldn't be attacking your heart, and your heart shouldn't be attacking your mind. They should all be on the same page. That's when it comes when you have your motives in line, when you have your motives in check. I want to leave y'all with this one statement. I wrote it up on my board. This is my statement for the week. Your future is in your hands. Don't put your hands where it'll be tarnished. So you got your future, like I said, you got your futures in your hands. Don't put it where it will be tarnished, where someone will damage it, where someone will take out of it. Put your hands where you know your future will be uplifted, where you know your future will be encouraged. Because it's in your hands, like I said, it's in your hands. Your future in your hands. So that means making sure you have your habits in check. Make sure you have your quadrant in check. Make sure you have your mind in check. Your soul in check. Your emotions in check. Alright, so that's all I got for y'all. I want to thank you all for watching. If you like, subscribe, leave a comment. So, let me know your thoughts. See what we can do. If there's any improvements we need to make, let us know. We're looking forward to get more writing content out there. I'm working on getting the camera set up. We already got the 1HGT. Appreciate my boy Jerry for getting that all put together. you know, we'll start getting more of that content out there. But, you know, appreciate you all. Thank you all for watching. Just two guys rolling, signing out. Have a good one.